Hello, my friends. Oh my goodness, why is life so crazy? We are here tonight to celebrate this amazing bundle, which actually some people are like, where do you find this meant to be bundle? Well, let me tell you, find it right now in the scrapbooking brochure. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more as the evening goes on. But I will say that the products for tonight's projects, three of them, come from this particular scrapbooking brochure. And a lot of people ask about the Be Mine punch and stamp set that we have had the last couple of years. And we're going to talk about that as well. So thank you to everyone out there, especially who is taking the class, who had to pause for my crazy life until I could get here this afternoon or this evening, which I had switched the time around a little bit so that it would give me a couple extra minutes. And then I still had to be a little late. So thank you for finding me and for joining in live tonight. I know a number of the people who paid for the class will not be able to be here live. So for those of you who are just here watching tonight, that is awesome. I have kind of a mess with my dies, so we'll get that sorted out while we chit chat about this bundle a little bit. So the past couple of years, or maybe just one, I can't remember anymore. Maybe it's just been over a year. We had the Be Mine stamp set. Sorry, I had to grab the coordinating punch and the coordinating punch. And people have asked if this punch coordinates with the Meant to Be stamp set. And I am here to tell you, not really. And the reason is we've got 3 different sizes of bees here. We have a daddy bee. We have a mama bee, which is this. And then we have the baby bee, which is this one. And the dies are so much fun because they have a myriad of possibilities. So here we've got our dies for the body. I am crappy at putting these back together. Anyone else? Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're watching. Hi, Charlene. Oh my goodness, Missouri is in the house. Yes. But anyway, I'm terrible at puzzles, so I'm not even going to try. Hi, Becky. Great to see you. And then all of these hexagons. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagons. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There are actually 10 hexagons. What? We're going to talk about that as we make our projects. It also has the words Our Hive, which is probably more meant for the scrapbooking side of things, the memory keeping. And so our first project tonight is an envelope mini album. And we're not going to go too far with it. And that's simply because everybody who is taking the class said they're great with the bare bones of the envelope mini album, and then they will embellish and take it from there because scrapbooking is a very personal thing. So we'll get the bare bones together and go from there. And everybody who took this class tonight has the Meant to Be stamp set and coordinating dies. It came with the price of the class. And that's how these buy and try classes work. We buy and then we try by making projects. So here, everybody who took the class bought the Meant to Be bundle. And again, we're going to talk about that scrapbooking brochure from which it came in just a little bit. And this is the Mama Bee punch. This is the Be Mine. This is the original. And then we've got the fantastic dies that coordinate with the Meant to Be We have the daddy and the baby in there. All right, so are we ready to rock and roll? It is going to be a fun night. We're going to be together for maybe about an hour. It might be a little bit shorter than that. We're going to see how this goes. And I just realized I need to plug in my phone before I go dark on you. That would be bad. I feel like things like that happen to me, so I need to take care of that. Hi, Pauline. Great to have you here. All right, so we are starting out with 3 envelopes that I have supplied everybody from the class. These are the beautiful Stampin' Up! Envelopes, and we're going to put adhesive on the flap. When you go across the built-in adhesive on the flap here, just go slowly. Even push down on the adhesive to make sure it attaches. Tonight for this, I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus because it is a great way to make sure everything gets put together really, really tight, I guess, for lack of a better word. Hi, Laura. Great to have you here. And then I'm going to add the next envelope here. Put the bottom of the envelope right up next to the fold from the previous flap, and then when you flip it over, you'll see the flap on the back side. It's kind of a cool thing. Hi, Julie. And then we're going to add our adhesive to the second one. And again, go slow, push down that adhesive. It wants to fight against the adhesive that's already there. If you wanted to, you could just lick and seal. I'm opting for the no lick option tonight. And then we're going to add the third envelope right into place here. So if you're just popping in a little bit late this evening, we are first creating our envelope mini album. And we're doing more of a bare bones approach to this so that they can embellish and do decorate how they want to. But I'm going to give you a couple ideas along the way that you can perhaps utilize in your design. Those of you taking the class. And if we just fold this up, fold our flap down, we've got an envelope sized mini album. So we're going to start from the outside, work our way in. And I've got a bunch of paper and supplies that I cut for those that paid for the class. That's not it. That's not it. Great. Where are you, Stripey Poo? There we are. We have this amazing paper. Now we need to talk about this. I'm sorry to hear that, Julie. We are actually using parts and pieces of the Meant to Be Scrapbooking Workshop kit that is sold in that scrapbooking brochure, which I will bring out after project number 1. This is the card I made several weeks ago. Hi, Peg, during our Stamp Together Saturday. So that was kind of a special one that I made with this kit. And then all of the other supplies, well, I shouldn't say all. Many of the other paper supplies will come from this kit. So I cut them all. I bought a couple of the kits so that I was able to have enough for those taking the class. And we will get a good look at a lot of these products as we go here tonight. So let's put that aside. I just wanted you to know where that DSP came from. We're going to talk maybe a little bit more about that as we go. Hi, Patty. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but I don't want those taking the class to be waiting and waiting and waiting to create their first project. So I am now putting adhesive all around the outside of this flap. And then we're going to add our DSP from the Scrapbooking Workshop kit. And then we'll flip it around and then we will trim away. And this just provides a fun decorative flap for our mini album. And then the closure we're going to actually make is going to be a little bit more detailed, and I think everybody is going to, I sent everybody the cut supplies for that, so everybody's going to kind of be on the same page with that. So we will work first on adding the layers to our album. And then after we are done there, then we'll go back and do the belly band that we're going to use to enclose this. Okay, so we've got our flap all decorated up cute. Let's close this up again. See how cute? Oh my goodness. I love stripes. So I might be going a little nuts over that. And then we've got this DSP. This is my favorite one. So it's like I feel like perhaps we're going to run out of that one before anything else, which is kind of a bummer. But I can't help myself. It's so darn cute. And we're going to add this here to the front of the album. So it looks like this when it's closed. Cute. Doggone cute thing. Remember, our evenings together are fun because I get a little snarky. You know, it's just kind of a fun night. So I am glad you're here. If you are watching live, several of you have popped on and let me know that you're here. And if you're watching later, I would love to know that you were watching. Just let us know in the comments that you were here. And even where you're from, if you want. Even just the state is fine. I had Charlene pipe in that she's here from Missouri. Love it. Love it, love it. So we're just going to decorate these sections with different pieces of the DSP. So all of this DSP, again, comes from the Scrapbooking Workshop kit, but, ooh, I need to be careful here. Forgot about that. Forgot about that, my friends. Be careful with the adhesive. I might have to cut a new one just because that might not come off. All right, hold on. Let's see. No, I'm not willing to sit and take anybody's time doing that. So we'll just grab another piece. No worries. So it's the same. Oh, no, it's not. Why did I think it was the same one? It is this piece, I believe. So we're just going to cut that up really quick. And those taking the class have all of these pieces cut, ready to go. Like I said, the buy and try part of this class is actually the bundle. So everybody got the stamp set and the dies that coordinate. Sorry. When you're trying to think, yeah, I'm not willing to go that far, Julie. I don't think, I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't get it good enough. So what I've done now is I've put adhesive in the middle and the bottom, left the top. And then the best way to make sure you're going to get right where you want it is then to add that adhesive there. So now when I put it on here, it's going to have the adhesive where I want it. Yay. I think I cut it wrong, but that's okay. All right, so then it leaves that pocket. We're going to I'm going to show you a couple ways to utilize the pockets. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we've got these, and then we're going to open this bottom flap up, and we have 2 more sections to decorate. So all of the fun designer series papers from the Scrapbooking Workshop kit, Julie, are right here, and I'm using them on my album, and we're gonna live and learn from the previous page. Got to get that on right. Notice how I cut this one a little bit wrong. Oh well. And then this one is actually it's one-sided. It's meant to be the backdrop or the actual page for the scrapbook pages that you can make with this kit. So I kind of actually really like that because I don't feel like I'm wasting any sides of the paper. It's not all like that, obviously. because we've had some double-sided here. So you can see all of these fun papers. You got the cute little flap, but I'm going to show you a couple things you can do now using these amazing dies to create inserts for this. Okay, so the first idea is simple, right? You can just take a hexagon cut with DSP, cut with cardstock or from cardstock. And, you know, what's cool is actually this one fits in there completely. And then I think the next size is what I have here. Earlier, when we came, I said there are 5 dies here, but they cut 10 hexagons. And that is because when you cut out the hexagon, it is 2 pieces. It is an open piece and an inside piece. So really, every one of these cuts 2 hexagons. And I think that's so much fun. And look at how big they are. This would be perfect if you wanted to put, you could cut a hexagon photo and layer it on here. You could even, because this is one-sided paper, you could even write on the back your little journaling. So there are a lot of possibilities here for this. There's another idea. You could just put, you know, like a 4 by, it'd have to be like 5.5 or 4.25 by 5.5 inch picture. Just put a picture in there or several pictures. So, you know, there are ways that you can really have fun with this album. And another one that I chose to do here, or another idea, is I cut using the largest of the beehives, of the hexagons. I cut 2 pieces. So I folded, and then I put the die so that it just butts up against that fold. And then I cut it out so that it would be like this, like a book almost. And then I did 2 of those. So what I'm going to do here is just do a little accordion album. So I'm just going to add adhesive. Then I'm going to open up the second one, add it to the first, and get those points lined up. Get all the sections nice and lined up here. And then you can do a little accordion fold album. Yeah, one way it'll go together a little bit better than the other. And then you can use these pieces that I cut to embellish. So I'm going to do this. Now, those taking the class got all of these pieces cut in advance. Hi, Lynn. So that they could create this if they wanted to. Or they can use the pieces however they wish. So I guess I'd want it this way. So you can cut, again, you can use the hexagons to cut photos. You have, remember, 2 hexagons in one. So when you cut this, it gives the outline and the inside. So now I'm going to open this up and I am going to adhere this one inside like so. And then I will have kind of a nice frame for for maybe a photo, hexagon photo, or I can write some more journaling in there if I want to. So the possibilities here, like I said, are so much fun. And it's just a great versatile set. It's a great versatile bundle, and I am loving these scrapbooking workshop kits, which of course the idea came over from or with Close to My Heart. I'm gonna have to get a drink here in a minute, girls. Sorry to say. Hi, Tina. Oh my gosh, I missed your hello. Hi, Serena. Yay. I love that when Serena's there with you. Okay. So here's my little accordion album. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cute if you had photos of your family or something? So you could do like our hive. These are letters that come right here in the kit. I cut them out using adhesive sheets. So they are peel and stick. Yay me. That was smart. And I'm going to put them at an angle. You could totally do a bee in the middle. The baby bee would fit really well, or you could do both. So this, I can't tell you how much fun it was to prepare this little buy and try class, because, oops, that is totally off. Because everything's just so much fun to play with. And then, you start thinking and then the possibilities go wild. So you could stamp and die cut out the bees. You could have some flowers in there. The possibilities are so fun. And then once you've got that ready to go, then you just tuck that inside one of the pockets. And we're just going to, I've shown you some things ways that you could dress this album up. And now we're just going to work on the belly band. So keep in mind that if you're going to fill this with photos and other memorabilia, you will want to wait until you have all that in here before you put your belly band on, because it will change the size and the folds of your belly band when everything is in there. So I'm just going to get my belly band in place the way it is, making sure not to go too tight or it won't come off. And then I'm going to add some liquid glue because it's nice and powerful. But I go the inside of one edge and the inside of one edge, the outside of another, so that both ends then are sealed into place. Love me a good belly band. I always put the seam in the front because I'm going to add other things to cover that up. But here then, my belly band has a little bit of space, which is good because I will be adding more things to the inside of that anyway. Just, take that off, unwrap it. You got yourself a cute little album. So fun. And let's decorate this up a little bit. So here I've got a couple more of those hives. They're a little bit smaller. And you can decide which direction, do you want points up? Do you want points side to side? I'm going to do points side to side, I think. I'm going to add my my adhesive to the back. And then I will do a little commercial after this album so that anyone taking the class, if you have a little catching up you want to do, you can do that. So I'm going to add this then to my belly band using some dimensionals, and it's just under the width of the belly band where I want those dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a couple there, put a couple here. Oh, doggone. I got to put one in the middle. And then we will have that all cutesied up. And then I do have also, I have some bees that I pre-prepped for this. So I did, let's see, I did the baby and I did the daddy. And remember, this is the mommy. So this is the middle-sized one. If you have the Be Mine stamp set, it coordinates with the punch. The daddy and the baby coordinate with the dies here that we're using. Okay, so then we're going to add our little wings. And with the punch, you don't get the option of wings like this. However, what's cool is that you could use these dies for the wings on the mom as well if you wanted. So that would work out fine. And then I'm going to add my faces. It's the best part. So here we'll do, oh gosh. The other one has a winky face. I should have grabbed that one. I'm going to use this one for the dad. The daddy-o. Proud little papa. I love these bees. They're so cute. And then we're going to use a black ink pad. Tomorrow, my friends, What's Up Stampers is going to be right on time. What? 1 o'clock? It's been so long, I feel like. Okay, so there's little Proud Papa. I've got a chamois here somewhere. I was thinking today, maybe it is time to get some new chamois. I've heard people say that, or I've seen people type that several times, and I'm like, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I need to grab some new ones. But they get dirty so fast. It's like, ugh, I don't know. So now for this one, we're going to flip it so that the baby is facing the dad. Okay, so we're going to add that cute little face. Look at that. Ah! And then we've got the little wings that we can add to that as well. Oh, and I forgot the antennae. Oh, there are so many things. Fun. If you're taking the class, don't fret about getting all of these things done during class tonight. Just take your time. Finish when you can. You know, there's no timetable, at least for me, up here. All right, and then the antennae are actually, I just cut them out of black. And you know what I love about this die set? We have 2 of the same antennae dies, so then I could cut out both of them at the same time. That was kind of cool. All right, so we're going to add adhesive there at the bottom, and then we'll get those going. I don't know about placement here for sure, but that's where I'm putting them. It'll work, right? It will work. How is everybody doing tonight? We are unseasonably warm here in southern Minnesota, and it was 54 degrees here last time I checked. We have no snow on the ground. It was a perfect spring day today with no wind, no nothing. It was just really, really glorious out there today. Try to soak in every little bit of goodness that we can, because we know that can change on a dime. Can change really quickly. All right, so then we're going to take our little bees here, and we're going to add them to our belly band. How cute are they? I can't stand it. It's a good time. Good time here in the studio tonight, and I can't wait to do it again tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow's What's Up Stampers, there's voting going on right now until 9 p.m. Central Time, and the voting is for what celebration stamp set we're going to use tomorrow. So go and vote. You have to vote by 9 p.m., like I said, Central Time, and get your favorite, or get one that you're like, I need ideas for that one. So, go make your pick. And look at how cute. Oh my gosh. So fun. Make your picks. Make your pick. One pick. Hi, Maggie. Late is better than never. What? Yeah, that's right. Better late than never. Shorts, t-shirt, and Crocs. Yep. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so here's my little mini album. Love how it turned out. Love the little hour hive. I'd probably finish that off with another bee. But I just wanted to show those taking the class, especially, some possibilities that they could have for their little album. And I would love to know what you are putting in it. Maybe you don't know yet. But super cute. Okay, So let's do a little commercial to give those who are taking the class maybe a chance to breathe or catch up a little bit. And all of a sudden, my scrapbooking brochure is MIA. So let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So these products that we're using tonight actually come from the scrapbooking brochure. And I'm going to take you to the section where you can find the meant to be products. There are actually two places. So here we've got right here, we've got the meant to be bundle is right here. That's what those taking the class got with the class tonight. And then what I am using for the rest of it is the scrapbooking workshop kit. Let's see, right here. So these are the supplies right here that I cut to use for this class, for everybody in the class. So that's what we're using. But take a look at this option right here. This option is has a little bit different designer series paper. It has more options. It has the honey pots. It has, just a lot more things. So if you want to get the bundle and then this DSP, that would be a great option for you. It also comes with these sticker sheets and the meant to be 12 by, no, this is separate. Sorry. Meant to be 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock, and we will be using the two-tone cardstock on the next project. So you'll be able to see a little bit what that is all about. But it's so fun to take scrapbooking product and use it for whatever, because we know that it's a very versatile product. If you go to the back, you will see once again where you can find just the stamp set and the dies separately if you wish, or the bundle prices here too. So if you're just looking, you're like, nope, I have the old DSP, the old B's. I don't need the new. But the new is so cute. Did you see the colors in that paper? It's so amazing. I mean, look. But you may have some of the old DSP, and I did. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I'm bending over to grab my paper here. But if you do have some of the old stuff, it's fun. You'll be able to mix and match and interchange. And you can see the differences in some of the colors and the color schemes. Petal pink, and I think it's real red or poppy parade. I'm not sure. Real red, I think, is replaced by petunia pop and bubble bath. So there are some great new designs with new colors. This pink and red stripe is replaced by our pool party stripe. So, think of the possibilities if you had both. Oh, gee whiz. That is so fun. Okay, let's move on because there is going to be a little bit more assembly of some things here. So I want to make sure that we are ready to rock and roll. All right, so for the next project, we're doing a little bit of a fun fold card. So I have some of the supplies here. This is the two-tone cardstock, and if you've ever been curious about it and not really had eyes on it at this point, when you fold it now, you can see both sides. I don't know if that camera angle is very good, but you can see one side is a little bit lighter than the other side, but they're both old olive. And I agree with you, Julie, by the way. So it is cool to have a two-tone cardstock like that. And it is a white center, so you can do tearing techniques and things that will make it look just a little bit different with that white center. Okay, so I'm going to Z-fold my two-tone cardstock here, my old olive two-tone cardstock. And then I'm going to put that aside for right now. And then I'm going to grab another piece of the DSP with my thick basic white card base. And for this one now, we're going to add our DSP. And I think I'm going to go back maybe to my regular Stampin' Seal for this. And then it is hard to cover up this side, by the way. I'm a little sentimental about that side for whatever reason. But I'm going to add this to the front of my card. And then we are going to take, so I cut out a hexagon. I got to find out which one it is. Okay, so I need to get the next bigger one, I think. No, I don't think that's right. Hold on. I got to think this through. Nope, I got to take the next smaller one, I think. Worst case scenario, if I cut it too small. Nope, it has to be the other one. If I cut it too small, then no. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Anyway, if I cut it too small, I can always redo. I don't think any of these are going to be right. Okay, no, this is fine. This is good. Okay, so we're going to take our, oh, and then you got to choose points up or points side to side. I'm going to put this not quite in the center, but slightly higher than lower, if that makes sense. Oh, yay for you, Maggie. They are so fun. You're going to love playing with them. Because as you just said that, I'm like, that means she didn't know she had that. Is that right? Am I right? I might be. By the way, ask my husband. I really like being right. It's fun. Okay, so we're going to cut the front out of this card just by cranking it down. The dog is going insane. I think I forgot to shut the curtains when I came up here, so she's going to bark at whatever she sees out there, which is unfortunate. That's the older dog. She likes to talk to people. So when you cut these out, you've got actually two. It cuts out the outline and the innards. And so, and then this is what you get. So we're going to then take our two-tone cardstock that we have prepped and ready to go, and we're going to add adhesive. I'm just going to go all the way around. Now, you probably can't hear her, but she is driving me bonkers. Bella. Do your pets have middle names? Oh, Maggie, you're funny. Our dogs are Bella Marie and Keisha Sue. And they answer by their names. They answer by their middle names too. Like if we're outside and Keisha is off sniffing something, I'll say, Keisha Sue, and she'll come right back. She comes running, just like a kid when you use their middle names. They know they're in just a little bit of trouble. Keisha Sue, and she'll come. Bella, she has a mind of her own, but that's okay. Most of the time. Okay, so this is a fun fold card because when you open it, you can pull out the side like that. Isn't that cute? So cute. And then we're going to add a bee. So I'm going to show you the process of making this bee. Oh my gosh, she won't shut up. The process of making the bee. And we're going to start with Daffodil Delight because that is the color of that little piece of DSP there. And we need a little piece of white. So we're going to do the Daffodil Delight body. I don't like how that's inked, but we'll just have to go with it, I think. Okay, and then I'm getting stuffy nose again. This is how it started last weekend. I don't want what I had last weekend at all. I will do a hard pass on that. All right. So hopefully the stuffy nose business is just temporary. Okay, so then we're going to add our stripes with the Memento ink. And the key to this is lining up the tail with the butt. Okay. So it goes like that. Yay! It actually worked. Holy smokes. And then we're going to add the face right away. And do whatever. Do whatever. We'll just do the smiley, regular smiley this time. So we'll get that smiley. And actually this time, I think we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it that way. Oh, cute. Cute as a little button. And then we're gonna do the wings. So I wanted to do one where we built the bee together. And I just need my pool party ink to show itself. Okay, very good. It listened. Yay me. Okay, so we're using the big bee here, the daddy. So we want the big wings, and I need 2 sets because we have we're using the bee the other way. And there's my body that I didn't get put away. All right. So, you know, when I started tonight, I'm like, we might be less than an hour. Well, we're not going to be. That's okay. That's okay. If you're taking the class and you can't wait, you will just come back whenever it works for you and watch it. Now, that's true, Julie. Thank you. We need to have a little chat. And I think I told you this on Saturday, I think. Facebook now is limiting the length of time our videos, our live videos are up on Facebook. So I've started, and it's going to be a ridiculously tedious task. But I have started to upload my What's Up Stampers and my Stamp Together Saturday videos over to YouTube. And so I will do the same for the buy and try classes. So you're going to be able to find them over there. Eventually, we may just start going live on YouTube because then it will automatically save there and will save me some work. I don't know. I guess what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do is talk to people at Onstage and see what they're going to do. I've seen people who are switching over to YouTube. I have seen people who are transferring everything to YouTube like I am. I don't know what the answer is at this point because it's new, but we'll get it worked out. And I want you to be able to go back if you, especially for buy and tries, you know, you've paid for this, and I want you to be able to go back and watch whenever that you want to, whenever you want to. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. It's just a change that we will just deal and move on. And that's fine. Whatever. Okay. So then you may have noticed I did not do any antennae. That's because I'm using a different option this time. So I am going to stamp them. And you could stamp them and cut them out because there is a die for it, as we saw. Or you can decide where your bee is going to go. And then you can stamp your antennae right there on the DSP. And they will sit, I don't know, I'm going to guess about right here. They're going to sit there, and then we're going to build our bee here. Bear with me. Stick with me. We are having fun. We are making some cute little bee projects tonight with the Meant to Be EE Sweet Collection. And it's been so fun to play with. All right, are we kidding here? Where's the glue? Okay, there we go. I think what's happening though is I need to find the cover. Okay, so for this, for doing the bee this direction, here's how you put those wings on. So it's a little bit different. You're putting them on this 2 sets, one on each side. I'm afraid to squeeze too hard, or you know what the disaster that will ensue if I do that. How cute are these though? Seriously. Okay, so then we're just gonna pop him up right there. You can add all kinds of fun things to this, but let me just finish this part up. And I think we might cut this one a little bit short. I can send you, just because of time wise, I really don't like to keep you too long, but those taking the class, I can send you the embellished finished product. But here we got our little bee. It is super cute, is it not? And then there are a couple different things here, options that I've laid out for my peeps. If we go back to the hexagon that we took apart or put together with the card front, I just peeled that back. And now we're going to add adhesive. And if you want to do your writing and stuff on there, you just line it up with the one in front and then close it. And then you're going to have it, you're going to be able to open that up like that. And then we're going to add our little sentiment for this one. Cute as can be is what I'm going to choose. There are a couple different sentiments in here. These would be great for scrapbooking because cute as can be, that would be a great caption next to a little baby pic, or, oh, Patty, I love it. And as my husband would say, be careful what you're asking for because it might not be all that glamorous, but thank you. All right, so then I'm going to do my cute as can be in there. And then we've got some rhinestones that we're going to add. Isn't that a fun fold? We'll add some rhinestones. I got to find mine. That's part of the problem here. Oh, I can't wait for the last card, you guys. It is fun. It is a super, super cute little project. All right, rhinestones, show yourself. Maybe secretly, no, there they are. I was going to say, maybe secretly, I knew I wasn't going to be able to find them. Then I was like, nope, let's just cut this short. No, we'll add them. It's all fine. I'm glad you're game for some longer fun tonight. We'll see how it goes. You can put these wherever. Like if you wanted to do them at the top of the antenna, that would be cute. I don't want to do the big one there though. I'm going to do the little guys there. Cute as can be. And I love it when they're punny with this stuff. You know, when they have a bee, it's only proper that they're going to add little bee sayings. So yeah, look at how fun. I'm glad you like it, Julie. because I'm kind of wild about it myself. I have seen some adorable cards made with this bundle. Tammy White has some really cute ones, but these I designed myself. So, you know, like them or leave them, whatever. You just, you know, everybody's got their own taste, but I thought this was going to be really cute. And I love using the Scrapbooking Workshop kit in a totally different way. So remember, I showed it at the beginning tonight, but remember I made this card using the Scrapbooking Workshop kit when we had Stamp Together Saturday a number of weeks ago. So, you know, it's another take on, I mean, how can you not smile when you see those? Totally fun. And then if you're tuned in a little bit late, we also made an envelope mini album. I should probably close this ink pad before I am sorry. An envelope mini album there where they could add photos, add another little bee. You know, there are all kinds of possibilities here with the little pockets. But that's what we made first. If you want to know how we did that, you can go back and watch if you haven't. So 2 amazing projects so far. The last one, which many of you know, I do the easiest one last. So for this one, I'm using a piece of thick basic white again for my card base, just like I did on card number 1, project number 2. And then, oh my gosh, I have a little sneak peek. You're going to want to stay for this because it's so cute. Deedle, deedle, deedle. Now you got to stay. I've taken a piece of, and again, this is from the Scrapbooking Workshop kit, and it is meant to be used as a background for the photos and stuff. So it's white on the back, which is kind of okay with me. Like I said earlier, then I'm not covering up a cute side. And then I chose this side again, and that's the opposite side that we used on that fun fold card. And this part is going to go down here. Really quite a simple card. And then Love This Life comes in the kit. And I don't know if I have a block long enough. Oh, yes, I do. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I've had a busy day. I left the house at about 5:30 to go for a walk. Then there slides all of the stuff. Then I went to work at 7:15. Then I had club immediately after work and a meeting immediately after club. This is Petunia Pop ink. Heck! It is so cute. And then I came home and straight to you, my friends, here on Facebook Live. So it has been a day. And let me tell you, this chick is going to bed early tonight. Then we're going to take the Petunia Pop ribbon. I'm just going to cut a length of that. Wrap that around. And then we're going to tie it in a knot. I'm not going to worry about where that knot is right now because I can shift that around when I am done. All right, so I will slide it over. Now I am going to embellish just a little bit, and I am going to do so with some of the dies from the die set that we haven't used yet. So, yes, the people taking the class got the dies, but also, yes, there are things that I cut out for them in advance. So here I've got the little flowers, and those are all from the die set. And I am just going to add a little bit of glue to the back. I don't know, this glue is really not liking me tonight. I gotta find the cover for that. I have 2 more sitting here waiting in the wings, so never fear, my friends. The glue is here. Although this one is going to tick me off too. I don't know. So you can go ahead and kind of mimic the top a little bit with some flowers in the same colors. So I used petunia pop, little pool party, a little bubble bath. We've got ourselves a super cute embellishment thing going on here. Now this one I maybe want up here because it's the exact same color as the others, so, or as the background. So thank you for joining me tonight. Doesn't it, Julie? Thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's always fun to get together. And for me, the evenings are just goofy and fun. So I hope you enjoy spending some time here. Whether you're watching, I know there's not a ton of people watching tonight live, but if you're watching later, let us know. Okay, so get a load of this now. I don't know if it's going to be too much. I don't know. We're going to find out. These, look at these, in the exact colors of this DSP. So we have, I think that's Petunia Pop. To me, it looks like Petunia Pop. I don't remember. It's new online exclusives coming out next week that you're going to want your hands on because they're called Starburst Sequins. They're peel and stick, and they come in these great colors that just coordinate so nicely with this amazing DSP. So what we're going to try to do here, and hopefully not fail, is give centers to our flowers using these fun, using these fun new embellishments. So I'm going to skip the yellow because of the fact that, there's no yellow on this card specifically. But we're going to use, that is fun. And they sparkle. Oh my gosh. I'm wild about sticky back embellishments, and I think we do it very, very well. So there we go. There we go. We have made some amazing things. Not even a bee to be seen on this card, but it is cute nonetheless with all of the fun little colors. And we made the mini album, and we made this fun fold card. I have some sad news, a little bit of sad news, and it's not terrible. It probably doesn't affect many of you, but it'll affect some of you. I'm not going to have a buy and try class in March. I'm only going to have something out of the ordinary in March. And so I have one more sneak peek for you. I know we have been on here an hour now because I was a little bit late. It was like 6:36, I think, or 6:35 when I got on here. But with the something out of the ordinary class this time, you are going to get a half a pack of the brand new and gorgeously black and white paper that is coming on Tuesday, the Botanical Textures. So what this means is get signed up by, thanks Charlene, get signed up by March 1st, because that's the deadline. You will get a half a pack of this. You will also get a pack, and I only have a few left, so I got to place that order, of the sparkle gems. So it's like a kind of a gold, champagne gold kind of black and silver, and they come in a couple different sizes, but you're going to get a pack of this and a half a pack of this with your class registration if you choose that option. And that will be held right after I get back from on stage. So the plan is to send all of the supplies out to you before I leave, and then everybody will have them. We'll make 3 fun fold cards, and it's a great class. If you're Canadian and want to take part, there is always the PDF and video tutorial option. So check that out if you are interested. But Something Out of the Ordinary is the only class that I will have in March. I being sick for almost a week was like I was already behind, and it put me to this ugly place where I just want to crawl into bed and suck my thumb and cry a little bit. So I just can't take on anymore right now. And those of you who have supported my classes, I appreciate you, but we're going to need to just take a little break. All right, I'm flipping the camera back. So keep in mind that class registration deadline is Saturday. So make sure to get registered if you want to attend. And then, of course, you will have the option of buying the PDF later in my online store. Also coming up very, very soon in March will be my BOGO sale. So watch for the details to come on that as well. Thanks for joining me tonight. It was so fun. We made adorable projects, and I hope you had a blast, whether you paid for the class or not, whether you had the cut supplies or were just watching. Just a great time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.